Cryptocurrency. Is it the best investment? Well, that's really up to you to make that decision. But how is it taxed? Well, that is something that at least we can help you with. So go and check out this video as Louise and I discuss tax on cryptocurrency. So Jeff has said, how is cryptocurrency taxed by HMRC?
Ooh, lovely question.
It's where I exit the room.
In the majority of cases, a cryptocurrency gain, there's a clue in that word I used, is treated and taxed under capital gains tax. It's considered an investment in the majority of instances. If it isn't considered an investment, it's considered a trade, and that is taxed under income tax and potentially national insurance. So when do you know it's a gain compared to when it's a trade? Well, that's a very interesting question. And to a degree, it boils down to some tests that you have to go through to assess if it could be a trade. They're often referred to as badges of trade, and there are 9 tests. And in some instances, you only need to hit one of those tests as a, yes, this test is true, and you are considered trade. In some instances, you have to hit more than one of those badges or tests to assess that you're trade. I'm not going to jump into any more detail than that tonight because I could be here forever on this topic because it's a very interesting, very detailed review. But I would say in the majority of cases, it is more likely it will be taxed under capital gains tax as an investment than under income tax as a trade.
Can we just talk about that, the transactions? Because we see, I mean, you've had experience more than I have doing tax returns with your team. But my understanding is that there could be a plethora, and that's a word, of transactions going through, which on your statement could be hundreds of transactions. Just tell the viewers how you could even start that process of saying there's a capital gain looking through hundreds of transactions.
It's really tough, and often individuals understandably don't realize the level of detail of analysis that's needed per trade to assess what the tax is going to be, whether it be an income tax or a capital gains tax outcome. Every single transaction where you are converting from one type of currency to another, whether that be traditional currencies or crypto, is triggering potentially a gain or a loss. And each one needs to be captured and understood in detail in order to ensure that the calculation at the end of a tax year is done correctly. Again, whether it's a capital gain or a trade which causes, of course, income tax, you still need to understand the analysis per trade. So it can be really complex and really scratching ahead of time, quite frankly. There are software services out there that will help you do that analysis. And of course, if you're using a particular system and software to enact those trades, it's highly likely it will be able to record every trade for you so that you can go back and look at that data, maybe download it into Excel. But there are specialist software houses that are now working on this to make it ever easier for you.
I mean, the truth of this is that there's this significant issue in regards to really unraveling these platforms. I don't think these platforms are necessarily already set up to understand the tax implications of these trades, especially when we're talking about big volumes and what really happens with those. Hopefully that video was useful for you, but please do not stop there. There are plenty of videos that I know that will help you build your wealth whilst reducing your tax liability. And in this video, well, this is the one I think you should be watching right now.